PointClear is the prospect development company, and we provide direct contact services. That can include the telephone, voicemail, email, direct mail. We used some of the common email management platforms. It was just basically sending out emails, generating responses, but not really having any intelligence. So we didn't have visibility into visits into our website and the activity that goes on anonymously before we actually engage with the prospect. We evaluated a lot of different solutions, and we felt like the price-value equation with Pardot was very strong. We didn't need some of the high-end solutions, some of the ones that you hear people say you need 2 PhDs to help you run it. And we have a relatively small company with a relatively small marketing department, and we felt Pardot was just a home run for us. Instead of really having to wait for somebody to call and say, I'm interested, I'm starting to get a picture of who's looking at the website, what pages are they looking at, what are the most popular articles, and we can use that information real time because we begin to take things like the most popular articles, for example, and we start offering those up in our email campaigns, and that's improving the click-through rates and helping us get to more customers or more prospects faster. We actually do a lot more market segmentation right now. And probably the biggest change recently has been looking at providing educational information through the process as opposed to just selling all the time. We're very satisfied with Salesforce.com. We're very happy about the integration with Pardot, and it's just a terrific tool. As far as our salespeople are concerned, we think it's important for them to be able to reach into Pardot so that they have a sense for the activity that's going on. I think actually providing visibility to Pardot allows salespeople to get a sense for whether or not they're going to get traction and how they should approach the call. We actually talk about 5 steps in the sales cycle. 1 is to find a pain, 2 is to get agreement that there's pain, 3 is to agree to do something about the pain, 4 is to agree to a generic solution, and then 5 is to agree to a customized specific solution. The biggest problem with sales right now is that they either start over with step 1, which means to find a pain, and a lot of times that's already been done either by inside sales or by the Pardot process, okay? Or they start at the end and they basically go right into selling features and benefits of their solution. So if we can use the information that's generated by Pardot and stored in Salesforce.com in order to help salespeople target where they should start, where is the buyer in their journey and where should they start selling, we think that's really valuable. Most companies target too broadly. They don't segment their market and talk to the different personas. The second thing is to make sure that you're using a mix of media. It isn't all about putting email addresses in one end of the Pardot or any other marketing automation platform, and out the other end come freshly minted leads. There's a lot of intervention that needs to go on through that, which includes the human touch, picking up the phone and making a call or visiting people in a conference. And the other thing is to make sure that the offer is consistent across the board. A big thing that we find is that marketing is selling one thing and the salespeople are selling something entirely different. So that if you can consolidate that message and if you can put together compelling offers, it makes a huge difference in using marketing automation. Even before I read the newspaper in the morning, when I wake up, the very first thing I do is look at the visitor log and see who came in and visited in the last 24 hours. And by the time I've gotten to work, I've kind of got some thoughts in my mind about how I'm going to respond to that. Once you start to use Pardot, you probably intuitively know what to do. You just have to actually trust yourself, and if you feel like you're going off course, then you can always reach out to Pardot and find out what they think. But that was probably the biggest surprise to me was that we were pretty close with our processes. We just didn't have a marketing automation platform to help us with those processes, and once we did, it really simplified how we handled our prospects. When we pick up the phone, they may not always have the answer on the first call, but they always get back to us with the right answer, and so we've been incredibly impressed with the support that we get. It's made my job fun because it's put measurability into the marketing process, and as a cost accountant, I'm very impressed and very happy with that.